It was February 2020. We knew it was coming. I remember being scared, worried about the death rate being so much higher than the flu. And just like that, it was here, barreling in from the West Coast.
By April, everything was different. We tried to be optimistic because no one knew how bad it would be. But it looked like a war zone, like a movie, and we were scared. No one knew what it was or how to treat it, so we couldn't do anything right to help our patients.
The anxiety was insurmountable, and the insomnia was crippling. What should I do or not do? And the helplessness. Is anyone looking for a way to fix this? Nothing is working. I'm small, and for a long time, I didn't have a mask that fit me. What am I bringing home to family or giving to other patients? I wonder if my kid touches my phone. Had I cleaned it enough? If a face that was dear to me was ever in the ICU, I'd be broken. And when they finally found a mask my size, I just sat in my car after the shift holding it and sobbed.
They keep the masks behind a locked door. Once a week, we can pick up 6 surgical masks and 1 or 2 N95s.
We get 1 N95 every 2 weeks or every 7 shifts.
I have a collection of old masks on my desk. We all do. Feels wrong to throw them away.
We still don't know where we'll get our gowns for next week.
I stripped down on my front porch. I've been sleeping in the guest room since March.
I come home, strip in the garage, spray my shoes with disinfectant, shower, and wash my hair. I try to get rid of as many particles as I can.
And earlier, did I have my gloves on right? So much perseverating and internalizing, the anxiety of it all. I don't have a will, and what if I get it and I'm in respiratory distress? Will I be capable of scribbling out my signature? Is there a notary in the hospital?
Over the summer, the hemorrhaging slowed and some say it went back to normal. But it wasn't normal at all. There are moments when it's so big and such an acute trauma. But when it's not like that, the baseline is still so far from anything normal or acceptable or lacking in moral injury. This is not normal.
This is not normal.
This is not
This is
normal.
not
This is not
This
normal.
is not normal.
There is a sense of foreboding. We know what's coming, but the patients and families don't. You know what's going to happen, but it takes a long time to get there, and you don't want to tell them and rip their hearts out yet.
We can't save these patients. We don't want them to die alone, and we do everything we can, but they just keep dying, and there's no family there.
The tipping point was when I had to take care of a dear coworker. We did everything we could. And then we watched her die.
I wish people could follow me for one shift. Then maybe some of them would do more to help. People are dying on the unit every day. It's the same thing over and over. They come in and look scared. They get intubated. They go into organ failure, and then they die. It's every day now. So much death. And death and death and death, and it doesn't end. It's like drinking from a fire hose.
I carry a deep weight with me all the time. If I can just keep treading water, maybe we'll make it.
I have never cried this much at work. And not because I'm scared, but because I feel helpless and frustrated. I've had patients that I've known and loved die, but others didn't know them, so it doesn't resonate. How many have to die? Do you have to see one beg for mercy to understand? Do you have to tell a 10-year-old their mom died to feel the pain? Cognitive dissonance has run amok.
Am I angry? I'm furious. The constant micro and macro insults and the verbal assaults. You signed up for this. Just do your job. Yes, I signed up for this, and it is the privilege of my life to take care of patients. I signed up for fatigue and long hours and seeing illness and loss. But no one signs up for anxiety, depression, trauma. No one signs up to feel unsafe. And certainly the other hospital staff and food services and housekeeping didn't sign up for this.
Am I angry? No. It serves no purpose and only causes me problems. But I feel like I'm at war, like I'm on the front line, in front of a firing squad. I put on armor every day in the form of information and rituals that protect me. I eat the same thing every morning. I don't take off my mask at all except to chug a liter of water in the courtyard midday. If I do it all the same way every time, maybe I can make sure that I haven't left myself vulnerable. Maybe I can be sure I haven't infected anyone else.
I was mad at the beginning, but at some point there's no room for anger. Only brokenheartedness.
There are some wonderful moments. When someone turns a corner and you see them getting better. No one else will ever understand that bond. It's sacred. It's a privilege.
This feels like 9/11 in the way it's changing our culture forever. And I think we're still a year away from any normalcy.
This thing is humbling us all. I think when my grandkids ask me about this one day, all I'll be able to say is there are no words to explain how it was.